Hi, folks. This is Karen Trepte at Gaijin Works International Business Coaching. So delighted to bring to you today my gorgeous and amazing friend, Renee Suzanne. We've been friends for a while now, but I just found out, believe it or not, that she's written a book. So, Renee, can you tell us the title and what inspired you to write this book, please?
Absolutely, I'd be delighted. The name of my book is called 10 Things You Can Do to Upgrade Your Love Life. And I wrote this book for every woman who has ever wanted to upgrade her love life and just not known what to do. And this includes myself in past years, because I wish I had had all this information. I had to find it out on my own, and I was just motivated to condense it into a book and put it out there for people to read.
And where can people find your book?
My book is on Amazon.
Okay, so tell us
it's an ebook.
It's an ebook, and tell us the title one more time.
It's 10 Things You Can Do to Upgrade Your Love Life.
Perfect. Okay, so tell us really how that all started. Like, when did you write the book, first of all? What year did you publish it?
I published the book in 2014. I was working in corporate. My kids were all grown, and being a young empty nester, I moved to the city and decided that I was going to date. I'd been a single mom for 15 years and hadn't been out much, and I said, well, I'm going to go out and date. This will be fun. And and boy, did I have a lot to learn, which I did. And I made some single friends, like around my own age group, and we would all go out for cocktails and girls' nights and talk about all our online and offline dating experiences. And as time went on and I got a little more and more experience and talked to my girlfriends more, and things sort of shifted and they started coming to me for advice. And I thought, wow, I could write a book. And a lot of people say, you should write a book. And so I wrote one. And it's the 10 things. I wrote more than 10 things. I could probably write a lot more, but these were, I felt the top 10 things that a person could do to upgrade his or her love life.
What kinds of questions did those girlfriends ask you when you were having your nights out?
A lot of them would ask, the thing was how to meet guys. Now, one of them was just, she was not going to do online dating no matter what. I had to push her kicking and screaming into the online dating world because she wasn't having any of it. But if you look up statistically, the numbers don't lie, and you cannot beat online dating for success. It's the best way to meet the highest number of people in the least amount of time for the least amount of money and effort. And we're all busy, and we all have finite cash reserves and just money to throw around, and no one really who has a full-time job and any responsibility and is over a certain age can stay out every night haunting bars to find someone. And even if you can, do you really want to only date people who hang around in bars every night? So, I mean, online dating is really the number one best way to meet a quality partner. It's not the only way, but it is by far the best way.
Do you have a favorite online dating site, or do you have a couple?
I tend to steer people toward the big box sites simply because they're kind of one size fits all, and they have the most people on them. So I tend towards recommending my clients go to Plenty of Fish or OkCupid for the free sites, and for a paid site, Match.com is a perennial favorite. eHarmony I've had mixed reviews on, only because it seems to be skewed in favor of men. There are more women on the site, and it gets a little slimmer pickings as you get into a higher age demographic with women. So you can try it, but I wouldn't put it on my list of recommendations. And really, there's nothing wrong with Tinder. I know people are scared of it, but you really can meet people. It's all about screening people, being smart, and having a little bit of wherewithal and experience and weeding out who you actually want to spend your time on. So don't be afraid of Tinder.
And is that Tinder or Tender?
Tinder.
Okay, and those other sites, I mean, I've heard of Match.com, I've heard of eHarmony, but I hadn't heard of those other two sites. So thank you so much for sharing those with us. Can you tell us a story, Renee, about something that happened to you? You don't have to give us all the juicy details.
Oh, I have stories.
We want to hear a story from you. We want to know where you came from with these stories, and then what sort of tips sort of evolved out of that.
So an online dating story?
You pick the story. This is an on-the-cuff interview, folks. We have not rehearsed this, which is my favorite because we get right to the heart of the matter.
Okay, I have a fun one. So I used to just, and dating is an online number, dating is a numbers game. Online dating can be a numbers game, but it's not just a numbers game. So in the beginning, when I was fresh from the suburbs and getting out of the house, having been a single mom for so long, I was like, I'm going to date. I have to have a date every Saturday night. It kind of didn't really matter who, as long as he was above the bar as far as the right age and the right occupation. I was just going to have a date at least 2 or 3 days a week, and I was just going to get out there. And I wrote a rather generic profile, which I advise my clients not to do. I help them write profiles that are unique and specific. And another mistake I made is I wasn't specific about what I was looking for. I tried to play the cool girl, like, oh, I'm going to have some fun and meet people, and I come out and have fun with me, and it'll be great, and, I'm cute and I'm fun, and posted up a couple of selfies, and so that got me a lot of dates, but it wasn't always with the greatest people.
So how do they get those great people then?
Well, there are lots of ways to do that. You need to write a specific profile and be clear about what you want. One time I had a guy reach out to me after I did learn to be specific and write about what I wanted in my profile. I had a guy reach out to me and say, you better take that down. You're going to scare men away. And I looked at his profile and I responded, dear so-and-so, you're exactly the kind of guy that I want to scare away. Thanks for writing. Take care.
Good for you. Good for you. So when you got into, can you tell us about one of those dates maybe that wasn't so great, and then tell us about one of the ones that was?
Sure. Yes, I went on, those first dates were hit or miss because I had that whatever profile up, and one of them showed up drunk and tried to make out with me within 15 minutes of meeting me. And being fairly new to the game, I actually gave him a second chance, and that's I would not do again. Another time, a man was very gentlemanly, but not really making the effort to get to know me, just kind of like I felt like we were having a date out of a book or something, and promptly after walking me home on the third date invited himself up to my apartment, and I said no thank you and did not see him again. One of the better ones, I've had some really nice dates. I have had some really nice dates. I've had men take me out to a hookah bar one time, and bowling, and to dance lessons, and I had one really nice date at the Signature Room on the top of the John Hancock Center, which is a very beautiful venue. If you've ever been to Chicago, I would recommend that you go and take in the view there. So I've had some really lovely dates as well.
That's awesome, Renee. So thank you so much for sharing with us your experiences and about your book. And I know that you're a coach. I know that you help people with these issues. So what if we have a newly divorced woman? Can she come to you? Can she contact you? Or someone who's been single for a while? Or, I mean, who are the people you generally help with these issues?
Absolutely. I help people who want to be in a relationship and are not getting the results they want. They can be newly divorced. I get a lot of people fresh out of a divorce or a breakup. I also talk to ladies who have not had a date in years or haven't had a good date in years, or who are still pining for their exes or someone from way back a long time ago. We tend to get stuck in our lives sometimes. And if you want to be in a relationship and you are stuck in any of those ways, or a way I didn't mention, but you want to be in a relationship, I can help.
Well, I can vouch for that. Renee Suzanne has just a giant, giant heart, and she's had lots and lots of clients that have been very appreciative of her. So for sure, go out and get her book. And if they want to coach with you privately, how should they reach you?
You can reach me at reneesuzannecoaching.com. And I'm very excited. I have a great blog on my website, and I'm getting ready to put together some new offerings. It's not on my site just yet, but I am going to be offering a profile writing service for people who are stuck with their profiles and just don't know what to say, and also a profile audit service where I can look at your profile and see what may not be working for you and what improvements you can make to get those results, so you don't end up going on those dates like me, having strange guys trying to make out with you and you don't even know their last names yet. So
yikes, yikes, yikes. Well, I've been a single mom before. I'm lucky now because I've been married for 35 years. We just had our anniversary, so I'm very, very blessed in that way. But I do remember those times so well, being a single mom, and it's really easy for life just to go by. I mean, especially when you're a single mom and just divorced, or even have been divorced for a couple of years. We're women, right? We're always reaching out to our children, and we feel somehow that we have to give everything to them. And I would say to our listeners out there, just know that you are so worth it. You really need to take care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, that is going to be the greatest gift that you can give to your children. To know that they have a happy mommy at home, it's going to make all the difference. Please, please, I've suffered from so much guilt myself from just leaving, but really the best thing to do is take those moments, take care of you. The kids, as much as they cry and whine. Now, I ran a daycare for 10 years, so I can tell you from the inside of the daycare, I can tell you from the outside of the daycare, the tricks that children play. So, on the inside of the daycare is the daycare provider. The child comes in the door with the mother, wah, 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 as soon as the mom wants to leave or the father wants to leave. We used to have a driveway. By the time that parent got down the driveway, out of earshot, the child was already playing.
yeah.
I can tell you that. And then, as soon as, and they're fine all day long. And as soon as the parents are within earshot again, there it comes again. So be aware of that from an ex-daycare provider. And just know that you are so worth it as a mom and as a person. We're not just moms. We're people who one of our roles in this life is being a mom. And the other one is really to fill ourselves up. So I highly recommend Renee to come and talk to her if you're feeling lonely, if you feel like you're just not quite sure how to get back into the dating scene again and want to get some encouragement. And I'll let you give your address again very slowly this time, and then we'll wrap this up.
Great. Yes, it's Renee Suzanne Coaching.com for my website, and I have a great blog that you can read and lots of information on that blog. I also have a YouTube channel. Just in the search bar, type Renee Suzanne. I have tons of motivational videos to encourage you and inspire you. If you're having a down day, if you had a bad date, if whatever is going on, there's probably a video on my YouTube channel that addresses it. And last of all, my book is on Amazon. It's 10 things you can do to upgrade your love life. And if you would like to have a better love life, don't wait for it to just happen. Take some action on your own behalf, because you can have it. You deserve to have it. You are so worth it. And I want this for you.
That's right, folks. So we both want to wish you the happiest of holidays. It can be tough when you're alone, tough when you're looking for that date, but there is hope. Renee's right here, and we're going to just send you tons of light and love right now and wish you happy holidays. So bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, Karen Trepte, Gaijin Works International Business Coaching. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.